Nikki Haley is mad as hell, and she's not going to take it anymore. By now, almost everybody has read about the anonymous op-ed article that was published in the New York Times, allegedly penned by a senior White House official. The scathing piece has been one of the most critical hits against President Donald Trump since he took office. While many questions still remain about the article, including its authenticity and author, it has sent the administration into damage control mode. It's a safe bet that United Nations Ambassador Nikki Haley wasn't the one behind the letter, at least if her own op-ed in The Washington Post on Friday is any sign. Haley, who unlike the Times author had the courage to put her name on her work, drew a line in the sand between serving the president who was duly elected by the American people, and shallowly working to undermine the commander-in-chief. From the get-go, it was clear that the outspoken ambassador was fed up with the entire situation. "We have enough issues to deal with in the world, so it's unfortunate to have to take time to write this, but I feel compelled to address the claims in the anonymous resistance op-ed published this week in the New York Times," Haley began in her rebuttal. "The author might think he or she is doing a service to the country. I strongly disagree," the former South Carolina governor wrote. "What this senior official in the Trump administration has done, and is apparently intent on continuing to do, is a serious disservice, not just to the president but to the country," she continued. Haley was just getting warmed up. She acknowledged that advisers don't always see eye to eye with the president, particularly this one, but made it clear that the job of officials, including herself, was to take up problems in the Oval Office, not go behind the president's back to undermine him. "I don't agree with the president on everything. When there is disagreement, there is a right way and a wrong way to address it. I pick up the phone and call him or meet with him in person," she explained. "He does not shut out his advisors, and he does not demand that everyone agree with him," Haley wrote, deflating a common complaint from the left. "Sometimes he changes course, sometimes he doesn't. That's the way the system should work. And the American people should be comfortable knowing that's the way the system does work in the administration," the ambassador pointed out. The former governor then called out something that is frequently overlooked by the media. Not only was the anonymous op-ed in the New York Times shady and childish, it was also dangerous. Taking this course sows mistrust among the thousands of government workers who do their jobs honestly every day. It unfairly casts doubt on the president in a way that cannot be directly refuted because the anonymous accuser's credibility and knowledge cannot be judged, she warned. She didn't stop there. It encourages U.S. adversaries to promote their hostile claims about the stability of our government. A central part of our democracy requires that those who work directly for the president not secretly try to undermine him or his policies. What the author is describing as an extra-constitutional method of addressing policy disputes within the administration, Haley said. That's wrong on a fundamental level. It's a very strong point. For all the rhetoric from the left about Trump undermining our democracy, a vague term at best, the alleged official who wrote the Times piece is doing exactly that themselves, by circumventing the president and the entire system within our government. The ambassador hammered home the point that if the anonymous individual truly had deep problems with the president and felt they couldn't do their job, they should step out of the way and resign. Haley ended by letting the official know exactly how she felt. "It is cowardly, it is anti-democratic, and it is a disservice to our country, she's absolutely right. By acting in an underhanded manner to sabotage the president, this official has done every dishonorable thing the left accuses Trump of doing. They have become the problem instead of the solution, and when the truth comes out, they will need to answer to the American people."